Welcome home, residents. Alistair here. The MonsterVerse is a battleground of nightmares, teeming with monstrous giants that defy nature itself. From the three-headed devil that rattles the very foundation of the earth, to the ancient mother of all titans, these apex predators dominate the world. Yet, beneath their colossal shadows, other horrors lurk, with countless more waiting in the darkness of the hollow earth. The new Godzilla X Kong game expands the MonsterVerse even further, unleashing an onslaught of terrifying new creatures, gargantuan insects, elemental reptiles, and even some familiar faces. As the MonsterVerse grows, these nightmarish beings may soon claw their way from the games into the films, proving that we're just barely scratching the surface of what the MonsterVerse has to offer. Yet, something far more unnatural has emerged. A monster that humanity may use to fight the titans in Godzilla X Kong 3. Corrupted megafauna. Twisted hybrids of flesh and metal, these abominations are the result of scientific experimentation gone too far. Unlike natural titans, they are warped, suffering, and unpredictable, their very existence threatening to disrupt the balance of the ecosystem. As these nightmarish creations rise, one question looms. Has humanity finally unleashed something it can't control? Let's uncover all the monsters in Godzilla X Kong Titan Chasers. But there's only one thing even worse than these deadly creatures, and that's bad habits.
We all have bad habits, just look at Godzilla and his obsession with demolishing things. Now, we aren't the king of the monsters, but all of us have some bad habits, and for some of you it may be vaping. Thanks to this video's sponsor, Fume, you may be able to defeat the monster threat that is vaping. One of my favorite things to do is to just take a walk in the woods. And Fume is a device crafted awesomely for this. You can use the Fume anywhere, thanks to it not needing batteries or to be charged, which I mean everything needs to be charged these days, so that's already a win. And you don't have to worry about catching the woods on fire or annoying others in public because there's no flame, no smoke or vapor, simply air. All sorts of variety of flavored air packets, 100% nicotine free. They can be easily inserted in and you're ready to go. One of the Fume's standout aspects is definitely its quality. Rare these days can you find something that doesn't feel cheap, and like a hard breeze is gonna rip it apart. The box itself that the Fume comes in is high quality even. And every aspect of this device continues that trend. The whole feel of this thing is just nice, and like it can handle the harder elements of nature yet still being sleek and pleasant enough for social outings. And I have to add that the wood texture really is a standout feature for me mixed with the black color. So if you want to have a go at kicking your bad habit on your next adventure, consider getting yourself a Fume. Follow our link down below or scan the QR code on the screen here. Then use the code Dangerville to get your free Fume topper when you order your journey pack today. Thank you, Fume, thank you for listening, let's get back to the video now.
Of course, the legendary titans, Godzilla and Kong, show up to fight the hordes of incoming monsters, but these are what they and our protagonists have to face off on the Siren Isles.
Magma Jackal, Canis Vulcan, 2 to 6 feet, magma fauna.
Once thought to be related to the Death Jackal, this biovolcanic hound shares more traits with the magma turtle and Titanus rodan. Found in mountains and underground caverns, its rock-like skin camouflages it in harsh terrain. It can even submerge in water to cool its molten veins. Consuming and melting rock in its superheated core, it replenishes its near-impenetrable pelt as it matures. Despite its intimidating appearance, its heavy build makes it slow, but its molten saliva causes devastating burns. This is one you definitely want to avoid.
Volt Panther, Panthera tempesta, 3 to 4 feet, Panthera.
Roaring like distant thunder, the Volt Panther thrives in humid, high-altitude regions. While it consumes meat and plants, it seems to sustain itself by converting electrical energy. It avoids fights over food, but becomes ferocious if its territory is threatened. Able to generate 120 million volts, it can kill with a single strike. forcing even the largest of predators to flee. However, it has a limited number of discharges before needing to recharge. But even without electricity, its powerful claws and teeth make it a formidable opponent.
Coralmoth, Thanocephala, Coralumos, 65 feet, Megafauna.
This armored crustacean is as fast on land as it is in water. Young coral mouths use their vivid mouths to lure prey from hiding, while adults, among the deadliest marine predators, hunt aggressively on land and sea. Growing to the height of a 2-story building, they crush prey under their weight, impale with their limbs, and strike with a spiked tail. Rumored to swallow jeeps whole, they can climb nearly any surface. Approach with extreme caution.
Sporefly Queen, Protolampiris sporus, 22 to 30 feet. Flora fauna.
The sporefly queen resides in freshwater lakes or swamps, blending seamlessly into her surroundings. While slow, she attracts prey with bioluminescence and is fiercely defended by her hive. If threatened, she uses powerful pincers and releases shimmering spores that immobilize foes and regenerate her swarm.
Sporefly soldier, Protolampiris sporus, 5 to 6 feet. Flora fauna.
These bioluminescent warriors patrol the hive, communicating through light signals. When danger arises, they vibrate their wings and release spores that cause nausea and confusion, giving their swarm time to prepare an assault.
Sporefly, Protolampiris sporus, 3 to 5 feet. Flora fauna.
Swarming in vast numbers, sporeflies resemble social insects, collectively foraging and forming protective structures to transport larvae. They light the way for the queen with bioluminescent signals. Though smaller than soldiers, their sheer numbers make them dangerous, and their spores can have varied, deadly effects on foes.
Mother longlegs, Arachnida malum, 18 to 23 feet. Flora fauna.
A towering arachnid camouflaged among bamboo groves. Mother Longlegs impales prey with spiked legs before injecting immobilizing venom. Once subdued, fleshy tendrils from her open abdomen devour the remains. She can jump great heights and fire webbing strong enough to ensnare large prey. She can jump great heights and fire webbing strong enough to ensnare large prey. Silent, patient, and lethal.
Longlegs spiderling, Arachnida malum, 5 to 18 feet. Flora fauna.
Mother Longlegs' offspring begins life feeding within her underbelly before venturing out in groups. Though small, they hunt cooperatively, ambushing larger prey. As they grow, competition forces them apart. But as they increase in size, they only become more deadly.
Death jackal, Spine mortem, 6 to 12 feet. Canis.
A relentless predator, the death jackal is covered in scars and armed with talon-like claws and bone-crushing teeth. With a spiked exoskeletal mane, it thrives in any climate, driven solely by hunger. Its cannibalistic nature ensures only the strongest survive, as even in packs, they inevitably turn on each other.
Psychovulture, Vultura insanus, 5 to 9 feet. Tenocasmatoidea.
An aggressive, bat-like predator, the psychovulture becomes uncontrollably violent after consuming poisonous pufferfish. Using thermal vision and echolocation, it hunts relentlessly. Males have a mohawk-like ridge that sparks before unleashing a devastating lightning blast. With sharp claws, serrated teeth, and supersonic shrieks, it embodies chaos.
Leafwing, Icarus folium, 3 to 5 feet. Flora fauna.
A pterosaur like flora fauna, the leafwing lives in jungle canopies, thriving in large flocks. With spiked bone-like trunks covered in a paralytic agent, they dive bomb prey before swarming to finish the kill. Boulder flocks lift larger prey into the air before dropping them to their doom.
Skullcrawler, cranium reptant, 12 to 95 feet, megafauna.
These skeletal, hyper-adrenalized hypervores lurk underground, emerging only to devour anything in their path. With translucent skin revealing their monstrous anatomy, they hunt with terrifying intelligence. Their long, prehensile tongues snatch prey before it can escape, and they can even mimic sounds, including human voices, to lure victims into their traps. Apex predators feared even by Kong.
Siren jaw, Gigantus crocodiliad, 45 to 65 feet, megafauna.
A colossal aquatic predator disguised as an island, siren jaws are flora-fauna covered in lush vegetation, including fruit-bearing trees. They lure in creatures with their peaceful appearance before dragging them into the depths, never to be seen again.
Warbat, Velum vespertilio, 426 feet, superspecies.
These serpentine, blood-red-winged predators of the Hollow Earth strike with terrifying speed. Using venomous fangs and constrictive wing membranes, they suffocate prey before consuming them. Their bite force of 5,900 psi can crush a heave in a single snap.
Rockclaw, Saxum brachyura, 52 feet, flora-fauna.
A heavily armed spider crab hybrid, the rockclaw camouflages itself in rocky terrain to evade predators. It burrows at a speed of 36 miles per hour, generating 2.4 magnitude earthquakes in the process. Its exact size limits remain unknown.
Rockclaw grub, Saxum brachyura, 6 to 14 feet, flora-fauna.
Juvenile rockclaws have softer bodies but can still generate small quakes. Feeding on minerals, their exoskeletons harden over time, developing rock-like plating.
Skull ant, cranium ecophylla, 15 feet, megafauna.
Though appearing solitary, skull ants carry entire colonies within their skull-shaped gasters. Their vivid warning colors signal danger as they can spray acid strong enough to melt metal. When their queen dies, the colony consumes her remains before venturing out to establish new territories. And next up, we're introducing possibly the most interesting and twisted creation. But before I tell you, remember to subscribe and give us a kaiju-sized like because it helps these videos reach even more fans. Make it happen. Project Kanunos. In the game we encounter a new faction, Kanunos. This faction is entirely for the subjugation and control of monsters, and they're capable of doing terrible things to achieve that end. By using leftover tech from the now dissolved Apex Cybernetics, these are the type to do anything it takes to achieve their goals, and it goes completely against the ethics of Monarch. While the Titan Research Organization wishes to peacefully understand the monsters, Kanunos wants to control them by modifying their very DNA, adding mechanical parts to take away what makes them individuals. This comes in the form of the corrupted Skullcrawler, with a mechanical spine to control its motor functions and a collar to symbolically represent the restraints held against its very nature. This creature is used to fight the heroes of the game and slay anything that gets in their way. But this isn't the only one, as the game introduces corrupted sporeflies, sporefly queens, death jackals and psycho vultures, all used by Kanunos to advance their chokehold on the Siren Isles and expanse across the planet. With clues that humanity will take the fight to the Hollow Earth and reported leaks that states they will make cyborg undead skullcrawlers, they may indeed take control of the Titans, just like what we see here. And if done well, could be the most horrifying and ethically twisted thing the MonsterVerse has ever done. Godzilla X Kong Titan Chasers has unleashed a horde of new creatures into the MonsterVerse, from the elemental magma jackal, capable of firing lava from its mouth, to the toxic skull ant. There's no shortage of nightmarish creatures just waiting to tear you limb from limb. There is a high chance we'll see some of these in the next Godzilla X Kong film, as the series continues to explore new realms of the Hollow Earth. The corrupted monsters are a genuinely interesting idea that I'd love to see incorporated into the films, but only time will tell. Which is your favourite? Let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of Dangerville today. Thanks once again Fume for sponsoring today's video. Check out the link with this QR code, it really helps us out. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.